Hey everyone, it's Dick here. Today I'm out on our Mutt Hilt 125.
This is Hanger Lane. This is the end of the most congested length of road in all of the UK, and just like when I was at my bicycle day before yesterday, the traffic is greatly reduced. So I'm out again. I have to get this bike MOT'd, and while I'm out I think I'll check the conditions of the petrol stations in the area, because this bike does need a bit of petrol. I am holding out a little bit of hope that maybe I can get this bike ready for the trial and go to the trial tonight. I still have zero assurances from the organizers that fuel will be an issue. We were told that club members are resilient and resourceful, and that since it wasn't an issue to begin with, it won't be an issue for club members, so I'm a bit insulted by that. So principally, part of me wants to skip the event because of the lingering unknowns and the callousness of the organizers. I know a lot goes into organizing an event like this, and it would be a shame to modify or cancel it, but it's frustrating, to say the least. Perhaps a bit of flexibility for those people who can't make it in terms of at least entry fees or partial refunds might show a little bit of understanding and good faith that individual circumstances are unique. Anyway, this is the A40 Westway Conduit Road. Again, very, very, very limited traffic. This would normally be very congested on your average day. There's a BP station up here on my left. Traffic goes down the road for that Shell. The BP is shut. No fuel at the BP. Now, they said they were prioritizing motorways, but apparently that BP is still not fueled. Oh, that poor woman on that Dial bill. I've read conflicting reports depending on the lean or angle of the media outlet. Some people say that there are improvements with the fuel situation. Some people say that it remains the same but is not getting any worse. It's unanimous across all affiliations and all media outlets that London remains severely impacted by this situation. It was said that 67% of petrol stations were out of fuel, then it was 57%, then it was 37%. I don't know why all those 7%. Maybe it sounds more accurate when you say 7% instead of 35%, but now they're down to about 25% of fuel stations, independent fuel retailers, saying that they are out of fuel. The big five retailers are keeping their lips buttoned as to what their situation is, so it's unsure what the real picture is. I haven't been able to find a lot of fuel stations yet on this ride because there aren't a lot around here. However, this road, especially with this ongoing construction, this construction has been going on for years for the high-speed rail and the modifications of the housing around here. But this road has been a parking lot to and fro for a very long time. And the fact that there's hardly any vehicles traveling along here, sitting in traffic, is telling of the number of people who are not on the road these days. In for its first MOT. What's that?
You're probably wondering what I'm doing, but I'm robbing all the petrol out of our old cars.
I was going to say,
I'd be going to buy it.
how is the... I know, right?
Just in case you think they're our customers' cars.
How much you worth? How much is petrol worth to you guys right now? I could walk that home if you want to.
I can't be asked to queue up for it, and I've got to go Somerset tonight. And I talked to somebody down in Somerset. They got loads of petrol. But I've got old cars here. That's full of fuel.
Full of fuel, yeah.
Man, I've recently put fuel in all of them.
Yeah.
In the
Okay.
last couple of weeks, I put, I don't know, 20, 30 litres in that one.
All right.
This one, because it's half electric.
Yeah.
I've left it on half full because
you don't need it. Yeah, exactly.
Any fuel when you're running around town.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Yeah.
a plug-in hybrid.
Okay.
So you get about 30 miles on a charge.
Okay.
And I only live in Wembley, or the other side of Wembley.
Sure.
So I can charge that up, and I can come in and out to work.
Yeah.
Probably for 3 days without charging it up.
Oh, nice.
So last time I put any fuel in that, I was in Somerset, which was over a month ago.
I wonder if there's a jerry can panic as well as a fuel panic.
Well, I heard they've one of our plant suppliers, they've got a little accessory shop and they sold out the jerry cans. But I don't think they're as common as they used to be.
Yeah.
You know, that's a bit like fuel stations. We don't need as many.
Yeah.
Because cars have got more.
Yeah, efficiency. Yeah, exactly.
Putting flats on them.
Yeah, I was surprised to hear there's only 8,000 fuel stations in the entire UK, including Northern Ireland.
Yeah, that's crazy. Crazy for the amount of cars that are.
There's like 50 million cars on the road. How'd she do?
That was the only thing.
What's that?
That was the only thing.
All right.
Shock and exhaust. Brilliant. Just do your paperwork.
Thank you.
3 or 4 cancellations, roughly.
Has anyone asked you for fuel?
They've asked us if we know of anywhere or if we've got any. But technically, insurance, we're not allowed to store fuel on the premises.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
Conditions, but because you need, I can't remember what it was, but you do need some sort of license or something to hold a certain amount.
Yeah.
And plus, the insurance don't like it because it's highly flammable.
Well, what's funny is I was thinking about all these people filling up like 5, 6 jerry cans and bringing it home to their house. Their house goes up. Homeowners insurance is not covering that.
20 litres of petrol do a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
People just get very complacent with it.
And then the people who are putting them into their cars, into the backseat of their cars, and then closing their windows, like those are vented cans, dude.
That happened 12 years ago. In 2000, we had a similar problem in 2000. Where there was a fuel shortage, there was a strike with the drivers and stuff. And one guy did that, and he didn't have proper sealed containers, and of course car filled up, and he lit a fag or something, and boom, the car flew off. You know, I can't remember if he died or not, but I remember. People just get really complacent with it. You know, you see them filling up like
water bottles
and stuff, and the nozzle don't even fit, and then
Yeah, I went over to the Shell station on the 406, just coming off the Hanger Lane into Ealing.
Yeah.
And they had a line around the corner.
Yeah.
And I went up and talked to there were 2 attendants out, so they were waving people off from trying to cut in, which is really good.
Yeah.
But if you looked on the forecourt, it was covered in absorbent. It was covered in like the amount of spills.
They've had, it's just ridiculous, and people taking more than they need. And I've seen arguments where, you know, a bike rider's just straight up to the pump, you know, cut the line. I mean, we're used to queuing in this country. If he would have said, if you had spoken to a few people and said, oh, do you mind if I just jump in? I've only got a bike, I won't take long. He'd be all right, but it's just straight up to the pump.
Yeah.
Because people just see red. They've been queuing for 40 minutes.
There aren't any petrol stations up that way, are there?
Well, you've got, I'm not sure, they might have had fuel this morning because there's a big line. I didn't go past it. But you know the one on the corner of Scrubs Lane and Harrow Road, the Texaco?
Yeah, okay.
There's that one.
Yep.
There's the one down the bottom by the pub at the bottom of Scrubs Lane where it meets Wood Lane.
Yeah.
There's another Texaco there. They have fuel. I'm not sure I didn't go past it. Yesterday they didn't. That's where I've been getting fuel.
Okay.
So those 2 Texacos have been getting fuel.
Okay.
The Harvest didn't this morning. You know the one on Church Road, Church Lane?
Yeah, yep.
Harvest, just outside of Holston.
Yeah.
That didn't have fuel this morning, but again, I'm not sure now.
Okay.
But yeah, the nearest one is the Texaco on Scrubs Lane.
All right.
There was a big queue this morning, so I can only assume they did have fuel.
Yeah, okay.
That's normally what happens.
All right.
But there isn't any others near here.
No, the 2 on the 406, the BP on this eastbound is closed, and the westbound Shell has a line back up to about the storage.
I think they could manage this better where they would do something online to say, you can look it up to say whether...
Well, good luck, guys.
No problem, mate.
Thanks so much for fitting me in. Stay well.
to find fuel. Should have put some cash in my pocket. All right, we're coming up to a Texaco here. They're closed. So my search for fuel has brought me down into Westminster. This is Maida Vale, St. John's Wood area. I used to live down here for about 10 years, and there was a fuel station. At some point I'm gonna have to stop going east and start backtracking on myself. There are very few fuel stations in central London. I think it's an Esso, and when I was out on my bicycle the other day, I was having some luck with the Essos. There's Maida Vale tube station. Coming up to this roundabout just before the petrol station, there seems to be a bit of congestion up here. It looks like this is the neighborhood of Range Rovers and inappropriate city cars. And I think we're going to see, it looks like this Range Rover might be queuing for fuel. So yeah, it looks like the queue is. This looks like the queue. Yeah, there you go. Bentley waiting for fuel. Wonder how much fuel that's going to take. Excuse me, how long you been waiting?
Like half an hour.
Half an hour. Come around me. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Half an hour. No, I'm gonna go to the back. I just wanted to find out if it was worth getting in line. No, I don't want to upset anybody down there. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks. Kid at the front was nice, he was going to let me in, but you know, you heard the honking behind me, which means honking behind me was going to be a lot more upsetting. But that line, I thought that guy was waiting half an hour, might be worth the wait, but then that line went a lot longer back to the other roundabout, so that's going to be a lot longer than a half an hour when he showed up. And if I'm going to wait in a line, I might as well wait in a line closer to home. Shell station. Looks quiet. Quiet usually means closed. In my ride out the other day, the Shell stations were closed. Oh. There's a Fiat in the...
So that petrol station's closed. People are pulling in and pulling right out. There seems to be fuel currently at this Shell. The line doesn't seem all that onerous. They are having you turn around into 2 lanes up there. Looks like there's about 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, about 12 cars ahead of me. But there are multiple pumps open over here, so we'll see how it goes. I've been waiting for about 15 minutes now. It looks like there's an attendant coming to tell us some news. He's waving his hands. No petrol.
No petrol, no diesel. Now all finished. That is the last one.
All right,
So
thank you.
sorry.
Thank you.
No petrol, no diesel. All finished. Sorry, brother. Try a small one, 5 liter, 4 liter, 5 liter.
You might have some?
Yeah, you go right the motor.
Thank you. Thank you.
White guy, no.
Yeah, yeah.
I see it. Look.
But you think I can...
Yeah, some people don't understand.
This guy's still arguing, even though he cut the line.
So sorry.
This guy's still trying.
I know, no problem. I know click the button. You just here.
Do you have any E5?
You right.
You have,
Okay?
you have E5?
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
You use that one.
I'll do it. Gonna try some E5. And fill it to the top. This cheeky guy filling up. Eight liters. Number 9, please.
Number 2 number stop on. Others middle. No, run out, sir. Number 1 is madu.
Thank you. So they've turned the pumps off for these guys. They thought they could get in, but they've turned the pumps off for these guys. So despite them announcing that there's no more fuel and cutting off the line, they sent about 20 people off. The car behind me, well, about 10 cars behind me, went around the cones and went right up to the pump and tried to fill up, but they turned off the pumps inside. But now there's a whole new queue of people because some people are ignoring the cones. And more people are joining the queue because they think there's fuel. These are the people who are being begged off. But it really is still quite a shit show down here in London. Despite the fact they put cones out, despite the fact they told them there's no more fuel, they're still queuing up and putting their hoses in the car. If you like that video and you want to see more like them, hit like, share, and subscribe.